Kyle Green, I'm welcoming back to the show the Kyle Green Mortgage team. Kyle, thanks for taking the time, and I'm glad you're here. I want to just help get you to comment on all of these talks about rule changes, about the stress test, and what it's going to do to the market and real estate.
Yeah, for sure. So the big one that we are very positive will be coming out is the government's going to be changing the rules. So if you're putting more than 20% down, they're going to introduce a stress test. So essentially they're looking at probably increasing the qualification rate by about 2%. That will reduce your typical borrower's qualifications by about 20%. So if you used to be able to qualify for a $500,000 mortgage, you'd likely be only qualifying for about a $400,000 mortgage.
Now, a couple things about that. One is I'm sure it'll also, the general change of this may remove some people as being potential buyers. I'm thinking again of first-time home buyers.
Yeah, it's interesting. Now, keep in mind that the stress test already applies to people putting less than 20% down, right? But I've noticed a lot of clients are getting early inheritances and are able to put 20% down now. So I'm definitely noticing that a lot of my clients that are right on the border aren't going to qualify moving forward. But there is a bit of a loophole, or not a loophole, but a way around this. Interestingly, the rules are only affect federally regulated lenders, so all major banks and non-bank lenders. But credit unions are actually legislated by provincial guidelines. And so they get to do whatever they want to. So already, for instance, when the government introduced the high qualification rate a number of years ago for variable rates or terms shorter than 5-year fixed, it didn't impact the credit union. So if you go to a credit union, you can qualify at a lower interest rate than you do if you go to a bank. I think that at least in the beginning, there's a high likelihood here that the credit unions will not be affected, and you'll still be able to use a lower qualification rate if you go to a credit union as opposed to a bank.
We've only got about 30 seconds. What about someone who's already got a mortgage? It's, this 5-year period's up, so they're refinancing. Do you think, does it impact them?
Yeah, the government has definitely hinted that they want to stop people using their home equity as an ATM machine. So I expect that they may come out with some new rules on that too.
Well, you're going to have a busy time, Kyle. I know with DLC Homeline Mortgages, you get a lot of phone calls. I appreciate you finding time, and I'll just remind people, for more information, go to greenmortgageteam.ca, greenmortgageteam.ca.